What's up, y'all? This is Cecil.
This is CL Dubois.
I'm Mike. This is Osahan, and this is for the culture.
And this is for the culture.
And this is for the culture.
And this is for the culture. All right, welcome to another episode for the culture, episode number 2. Sorry for the wait, but we are back. Chilling out here in the studio, giving you some hot, fresh news with our spin on it.
Bi-yearly podcast.
And Mike is being a weirdo.
That's what happens when you get up at 4 a.m. every day.
Mr. 4 a.m. I thought that I thought you don't do that no more because you got a regular job now.
Nigga, that means nothing.
What were you doing at 4 o'clock in the morning?
I usually work out.
You work out?
Yes, nigga.
I really didn't know.
Personal trainer. I
I didn't know that, honestly.
know we ain't supposed to be cussing this, but you can suck it. Suck it.
No, I'm just saying, like you said,
regular jobs.
You said 4 o'clock. No, you said 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm thinking you got a big window to do whatever.
That sounds so wrong.
And our producer is literally in the corner being a troll.
Listen, I'm just here to talk. What's wrong with y'all?
All right, what's going on? How we feeling, guys? How we doing? You straight?
I'm alive.
You live? You alive? So,
living,
by the way,
man.
if you don't know us, this is yours truly, Cecil. We got Osahan.
Yep.
With the red, what was it, Hirachis?
Yes, the blood red Hirachis.
Blood red Hirachis.
Whoa.
Cuz.
Wow.
Calvin up in here with the Yeezys.
Christian, baby. I'm
Got
Christian,
the
baby.
Yeezys on. Is that
350s.
dedication to his album?
350s.
His album that's in the spirit still?
His album is in the cloud.
It's in the cloud still? It's on the Medfest. And then we got Mike.
What's good?
Hold on, bro.
This dude came in. Why are you talking like Teddy Pendergrass?
Was this before or after the car accident, Teddy
Right.
Pendergrass?
Oh,
Don't do that to Teddy.
that got dark real quick.
Don't do that to
Jesus.
So Mike has his 4 a.m. voice. So what's going on? So we got Kanye West. The album is
AKA the
he's
Detox.
not here. At the time of this recording, I'm sure it'll be here, but right now it ain't here. He did his previous Sunday service in Detroit on a Friday out there, and I guess they got a sneak peek at the album, and of course everybody there that attended was like, oh, it was dope and I love it, he's back and he's back to doing what he loves and blah blah blah. And as a Kanye fan, I can tell you right now, I'm pretty pissed because I have not heard this album yet. And I honestly hate when artists do this because he's not the only one that has done this before as far as say, hey, the album drops on this date and it didn't drop. So I just want to know, like, what y'all feel about it?
I have a question for you,
it,
Cecil.
honestly.
Were you hot because you're a Kanye fan, or were you hot because you thought because of what the alleged content of the album was going to be?
Both. I am hot because Kanye is one of my favorite producers, one of my favorite artists. But at the same time, I'm actually nervous about this album. I'm like, I don't know what the content is. I don't know how this album is going to shape up. But I just want him to go back to his original style.
College
Even his
Dropout?
original, yeah, sure. Even his original style wasn't like, oh, I'm sold out for Jesus. Like, it wasn't that. But as far as the content and the clarity of how he gave off his lyrics and the production, just go back to that and I'll be fine. But this weight is like, you ain't gotta do all that, bro.
It's another detox.
It's another detox.
It's probably never coming.
Who knows?
Everyone
I mean, he got
there.
merch. He got merch now.
That means nothing.
Hey.
Like, come on. That means nothing.
I just want to know, where's the Yandi album at?
Right?
Well,
That doesn't exist.
Now that's for sure.
That was supposed to come out on Black Friday last year. So,
Well, apparently, I guess he's dropping it Sunday because that's the 1 year anniversary of when he was supposed to drop Yandi. So, I mean, that's.
Or
their
I think he
little
decided
film, but
Yanni's a stupid title and just scrapped it. Like,
true. Well, so
Or-
what? Subbed out the title, keep the same content.
or Kanye's just being his typical marketing genius. Kanye
yeah, he's
got everybody hyped up. That's what it is.
Exactly.
I ain't
He
never
do.
seen so many Christians hyped up on a dude in recent memory.
I did notice the crowd was predominantly a certain ethnicity, so people made a big uproar about that. Like, we see where this is going. So,
statistically, African Americans aren't buying tickets and stuff.
Right.
So white people is gonna be out in droves. Like, and plus, white people love Kanye.
Yeah.
They love that man.
Why do they love Kanye?
Say it again.
Why do they love Kanye?
Because he loves Trump.
he married a Kardashian.
That too.
Both of those.
Both.
Yeah,
Kanye loves Trump.
Calvin, you're awfully quiet over here.
Calvin,
you
can feel Calvin's
you
blood
are wearing the
boiling.
man's shoes. You are awfully quiet over here.
That thing glistening.
That's
What's
so
going on?
funny.
What's Calvin? I know you got something to say.
I mean, I'm just waiting for the album to come out. When it comes out, it comes out. I mean, I'm not sitting here waiting for Kanye's album to come out. Like, I know that when it drops, it's going to drop. And I'm not sitting here thinking that he's going to actually be dropping Bible references like everybody else. Like they thought Chance the Rapper was doing at one point, right? He's the Christian
Chance the Rapper, WRAPPER.
I didn't. Once again, I didn't say that. Chance, I'm still trying to break into the industry.
All right,
So
like,
just
that's why he's being silent. He's
so just in case, I'm just trying to,
I'm just playing cool.
I have a microphone and I don't, and somebody's whispering in somebody's ear, and I don't want to start talking about
I wanted to
artists.
say pause, but never mind. Yeah, no, I think that Kanye West. I think the album is going to be good, but I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest marketing person on his squad right now is Kim Kardashian. She is tweeting heavy, promoting heavy. I mean, promoting lies.
Look where
right
her mom
now.
is. Their whole world is marketing, man.
This is true.
Look how they hit her sister pregnancy. She's taking photos. And she already had the baby, but they have photos.
Who
Kylie.
When
She was pregnant, they had photos set for
Which
every
mom are you
month.
talking about?
Kris Jenner.
I see what you did there. That was good. I see what you did
I like
there.
that. Very fast. For him to be up at 4 a.m, he's a fast thinker. He's a fast
You
thinker.
gotta be.
I like that.
You gotta be. No, I think
Like,
they
come
are.
on.
I mean, hell, I mean that's they gotta pick up some sort of profession.
Whoa.
So what else is going
Still
on?
trying to bring it in
The
the streets.
baby.
I ain't taking
The
shots.
baby's
No one.
album is out. Titled Kirk.
Who?
Kirk.
No,
Talking
I
about
said
Kirk
who's
Cousins?
No, Kirk.
Because that's where the album
That's your
belongs.
boy.
Just like Kirk Cousins.
That's your boy.
They belong in the same space as Kirk Cousins. The hefty bag. I went there. I went there.
Oh, not Kirk.
Okay, I give
I went
Baby's
there.
album like a solid 7. Like, it's... the
You want
production-
to... So the album has, 13 tracks?
Yeah.
I got to track 7 and realized this ain't it. That ain't it, Chief.
Oh man.
So repetitive.
I haven't heard.
It was so
I haven't
repetitive.
heard the whole album, but I was listening to it on my way here. I heard the first couple of songs. He's saying something. It's just, I mean, it's not nothing that. I don't think it's anything special.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard the whole album yet, but I don't think it's. It's not a classic or anything. Like I'm like this guy is so amazing.
prolific.
But I think
it's
for a
good
rapper, his stuff, just my opinion, his lyricism is a little bit better than other rappers who perform on these same beats.
Absolutely, I do think
easily.
that.
By
No,
far.
Easily. Yeah,
No, I do
easily.
think he's
By far.
lyrically
I think
better.
Easily.
even like his record off of Dreamville with J. Cole.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
spitting
He
on
was
it.
rapping
That-
on there.
Man,
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm looking at him like, yo, he's actually a dope. He can rap. But as far as the beats, is it the same? Yeah, sure, it's the same. But lyricism, he's by far.
Well, his
One
producer
of the best
Jetson,
ones.
he uses the same format, the same thing to get the vibe everyone's
Right.
going for. So it makes sense. Like every song's gonna sound the same. Like he has great lyricism though. If you like just take away the stuff and actually listen to what he's saying some funny stuff.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say great. I would just say
No,
It's humor, humorous lyricism.
I'll put it
I
like
should say.
this: compared to what's out there, yeah, it's cool.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
that's
Right.
that's in comparison. Yeah.
I agree.
Now, another album we don't get a chance to talk about is Eric Bellinger's album.
Who?
Eric Bellinger.
I wanna
Saved by the
talk about
Bellinger.
that, though.
Fire. Like Ye Ali did his thing on the album. All the production.
shout
on
out
there.
to-
So you tell me I need to give him another chance.
Yes, Eric Bellinger's album is sick.
And shout out to the homie Maurice for designing his actually covers, all of his album covers and his graphics. So he's actually doing a killer job out and lives out here actually where we at. So shout out to him for even producing the art. I've been wanting to listen to the album though. It's,
Bro,
it's dope.
it's insane.
What's your rating on that one? You
I
gave
give that it's a solid 10. That's a good album.
Listen,
good
Mike.
album.
Mike.
Listen, are we now
Mike,
plugging?
it's-
Are we now plugging albums because we know they're friends? Like because we're friends people? Are we just giving nines and tens?
I don't know who.
Mike, if I listen to this album and it is not a solid
A
10,
solid
Bro,
10.
I'm at
Eric-
you. I am at you all day.
Bro, Eric
10.
Bellinger is
10.
sick.
I didn't say he wasn't, but a solid 10 is
10?
kind of.
Nah, this is a
That
great
means
album.
production.
What
Production-wise-
albums were 10s this year though?
Not many.
Not
So
many, yeah.
don't. That's. I mean,
Like
a 10
just
is
take
very,
it, take a listen. Osan, take a listen. Be in the car with your wife and just listen to it.
Nah, see, I was in the car with my wife listening to that Baby album yesterday.
I don't think the Baby's a in the car wife album.
It's
Well, my wife is
Who is
ratchet.
it? Who
My
do you
wife
ride
is
in the car
ratchet
with?
though, so
Who do you ride in the car with when you listen to the Baby album?
Other
Let's
people want to kill people.
ask Cecil. Let's ask Cecil that question. Cecil, who was you riding the car with while you listening to the Baby album?
wow.
Oh man.
listen. Cal is a palm tree on a shady day. That's what he is.
Jeez.
Man,
See,
trying to
I'm
play
over here.
everybody.
I'm just in my corner minding my business.
It's too early to be cooking
It's too
Cecil like
early.
this.
I love
Y'all
Cecil,
cook-
man.
Y'all
I
just
love
like
Cecil,
cook-
even though he didn't know what
Yeah,
Wick
like
was.
bacon.
No, listen. Okay, wait.
That's a good one.
Wait. It went over my head.
Listen. Our podcast is called For the Culture, and this man don't know what Wick is. God help us.
Listen.
Come on.
I do.
Oh,
I
Zoom.
do. But it was late. I was sleepy. I'm like, wait.
It was
not
7
No.
p.m.
Listen, it was not 7 p.m. You a lie.
That sun was still out, my man.
No, listen. So when I saw it, I'm thinking, I don't know why I thought initials like, initials for something. So I'm like, Wick.
Oh, that's
WIC.
a good
Thought you were being
I didn't
clever,
even say-
Cal. You thought you
I
were
didn't
being
even
clever.
think
That's all.
I didn't even think Wick. I just thought WIC for some reason. I'm like, oh, okay.
Did you think the K was missing and the John was missing too? John with his AK was
something?
missing.
I don't know what I was thinking about when he said it. I'm like, oh crap, my bad.
Like,
Like,
that's
let me
a
check
real
myself
thing,
out,
sir.
out this group text right now. What else is going on in the world that we live in? Amber
Guyger.
Guyger.
Amber Guyger. So for those of you
Please tell
guys
me what
who
happened.
don't
I don't
know,
know.
Sad.
a very sad situation. Year ago, Amber Guyger supposedly goes into her apartment and sees a man in there who wasn't supposed to be in there, who she thought broke in. She shot him. Now,
black
for
man.
context, yeah, black man. Amber Guyger's white, man is black. She was a police officer. She was off duty. Shoots the man. He was he worked for an investment firm.
Yeah.
And worked for an investment firm, upstanding citizen, all of those good things. Here's where the context comes in, though. Number one, it wasn't her apartment; it was his actual apartment.
Correct.
Number two, she was on the phone.
Wait, pause. She came into
His apartment because the apartment's open with key cards.
Got
So the door was slightly open because I guess he had just come in, and she thought that it was her apartment. She was on the wrong floor. Number one, her apartment is one floor down.
Mm-hmm.
She was on the wrong floor. Comes in, tells the man to freeze. He's like, "What the heck's going on?" She shoots
in
him
my house.
in
Yeah.
his house.
Shoots him twice.
Yeah,
Shoots him twice. One in the chest.
yeah.
But with Osahan, the context, he said, what was she doing? Why was she distracted?
On the phone. I'm glad you asked. So the trial began this week.
Okay.
And during some testimony, it came out in the details that she was on the phone sexting. That's why she was distracted.
With another fellow officer.
Yes, another fellow officer. Her partner, actually, on her beat. So we're out here in the streets getting put down
Wait.
over...
Wait, it's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's
but
not.
It's
It's so not
silly.
funny.
Yes.
Please
Crazy.
believe me,
Yeah.
it's crazy. But I'm laughing because it's this crazy. I have
Yes.
so many questions.
She,
Wait, first of all, so the woman goes into his
apartment.
space.
she claims that
She
she
claims.
thought it was
She claims.
hers.
Yeah.
While I'm just trying to make a timeline here. So while she was sexting on the phone,
Yes.
Was she video or was she like, was it audio?
I think it was
but she had
audio.
her weapon on her. Like I'm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because off duty, the
Oh,
cops,
dude,
they
come on,
always,
man.
yeah.
You gotta stay strapped.
I mean, I got a gun right
I'm
now.
trying to, like, I'm trying.
African
I'm
American.
trying to like literally create this picture. So she's walking on the phone, FaceTime, whatever. If she got an iPhone, whatever.
It's definitely an iPhone.
Had to be.
Unfortunately.
So sexting with a weapon on her. I guess it gets you preoccupied. So you walk in all kind of ways. You might walk into a closet for all I care. I'm just saying, like, I'm just
Cecil,
Calvin,
Cecil, why are you doing this to
Stay
yourself?
off the mic, Calvin.
Why are you doing this to
Back
yourself,
to his
Cecil?
closet talk. I'm here.
This man,
Stay
this
off.
man,
Cecil.
this man,
Stay off,
Kels,
For
Kels
Anyway,
Jr.
closet talk.
Kels
No,
Jr.
so
Do this to yourself, man. You do this to yourself, Cease.
Bum.
bring you the hottest revelation, dog. No, so girl on the phone sexting with a weapon on her randomly goes up to this person's space.
She thinks it's her
thinks
apartment.
it's hers.
She's trying to get in because the card's not working, and she realizes the door's
So
already
I'm still
open.
imagining her still on the phone.
Right.
So she's trying to open
She's
the
trying to
door.
open with the key card because they use key cards, key fobs. The door's not opening. She's like, what the heck's going on? She looks and realizes the door's actually already slightly open.
Correct.
So
Got
she's assuming, oh, somebody's in my house.
Got it.
The lights are out. Dude is like, what's going on? She turns around and goes into scared officer mode, according to her to her sergeant. Yeah, her sergeant, heart rates get elevated, things get, tricky. Mind you, her sergeant is a black man. No comment. And she pulls out the weapon, freeze, and without any regard for anything, fires off on him. Now, sick part is, police force tried several things to try to
Make it make sense.
yeah, make it make sense and make her look good in the jury of public opinion. Number one, they claim that the victim, both of them, Gene, let's say his name and remember it, had marijuana in his system at the time of the shooting, trying to discredit his character. Then they were originally just going to charge her with manslaughter, which is a lesser charge, so she could get off and live a happy life. But after it went to a grand jury, they indicted and said no, she needs to go on trial for murder. Right. And then they try to make it look like she was just in the heat of battle, when all these details are coming out during the trial showing no, you were clearly being negligent in this.
Right.
Clearly being negligent, highly irresponsible. And then during her testimony, it was 2 days ago. Yeah, her testimony was just, it was bad. Crocodile tears.
What she do? Make up story?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, just crying. I wish it wasn't me.
Yeah, I wish he would have killed me.
Yeah, I wish he was the one with the gun and would have killed me. Every day I ask God for forgiveness and yeah.
Yeah,
It's wild.
it was really disturbing because of the fact that I think even the prosecutor asked her, he had a witness come up there and the same thing happened. He said, you walked to somebody else's house, because somebody else did it before, walked into somebody else's house. He said, yeah, I walked in and I realized it wasn't my house. And they asked, well, did you kill him? And he said, no. So I just walked right out. And he's like, I rest my case. So when you have things like that, like her excuse for why she did it is just, it's mind-boggling. And then, like you said, to discredit his character, because that's what they do. When you kill a black man, you want to discredit him.
Knock him
Yeah,
down.
you want to discredit him. Right, but I mean, but Dave clearly thinks something different.
Yeah, right.
He clearly
It's
thinks,
not
because we're not
happening.
talking about the.
Dave, it's not
they do.
happening.
Dave.
But, yeah, I mean, this is what they do.
And here's the worst part of it. So she's on stand crying, like just profusely.
Mayonnaise yelping.
Oh wow! So the prosecutor asked her, "You weren't crying this much when you killed him. Like when the body came out, you weren't crying. When it all happened, you weren't crying. Why are you crying now?"
All right.
She's like, "Cause I feel it. Like no, you were okay with what you done. Like
She didn't do any CPR.
nothing.
She didn't
shot
do
him, let it
anything.
go.
And they asked, like, why didn't you do CPR? Why didn't you do anything to actually
So on the
try
record,
to
she
save
just
him?
looks like she shot him and
cold-blooded.
then ran out or left.
Well, I
She
mean,
didn't even run out.
And her story in the witness statement was off. In the police report, total fabrication of what really happened.
That they're trying to protect her own. Like, come on.
I don't even have a comment. Like,
Nigga is guilty.
it's the police department.
It's the police.
really not too much to
It's
say.
crazy how the police department literally is a gang unto its own. For all the talk that they do about gotta crack down on Bloods, Crips, MS-13, all of that stuff, police department is a gang on its own. Just people that I know in the police department, they're different. Depending on what precinct you serve in, they have their own little. They have their own little tattoos. They have their own little situation. Yeah, they have their own tattoos depending on your precinct. It is a real gang, and they really look out for
I
their
saw
own.
something on Twitter the other day. I don't know if you guys see this. There's like 12 cops that shot a homeless man. I mean, he had a knife. He was charging them, but 12 cops just load off on him like rounds. And I'm like,
there's a taser, right? You
Exactly.
can tase these people.
you could tase them. I mean, it's 12 of them loading up. It's like 12 of y'all for real. And on the video, it looked like they lined up like a circle. It looked like they ganged up on this dude. It looked like half a circle. And the homeless man, he's homeless. And he looked like there was, something a little off, whatever. But he was in the middle with a knife. And he yelled out something and just charged one of them. And they just let off rounds. It was like 20.
Yeah, bro.
Was he black?
Yeah,
So
it was black. So
they
people,
dumped the clips.
right? So people think one side is all angry and stuff like that. Oh, black man, cops, that whole thing. But my thing was, I said, okay, he did have a knife. He did cause a lot of chaos in the neighborhood. He was harassing. He was doing all this stuff. Now, the only take on it though is I can't do Dave right now.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna just finish this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the troll come in. So
Nah, the trolling coming in.
one thing though is, as far as the 12 cops, I'm like, 12 of y'all lined up like that? Like
the UK, Europe doesn't have these type of problems, and their main weapon of choice out in the UK, in London, England, are knives, and all the bobbies do is just smack them, booms. They don't even shoot.
Here's
That's
my rebuttal
wild.
to that. I think it was a month or two ago. A video came out of I think he was a naked white man with a knife who ran into a privileged community. Cops were called on him.
They tackled
Yeah. As a matter of fact, he was chasing the cops.
because he had just murdered his sister and his girlfriend.
He was chasing the cops, and the cops said, "Sir, we're telling you to back down. We're telling you to back down." They didn't shoot him. First they fired the tasers, then they hit him with some rubber bullets.
exactly.
Didn't shoot to kill.
Osahan, he's not a threat. A black man is a threat.
I'm comparing apples to apples.
It's apples to oranges.
Well, they're both fruits.
What are you talking about? We're talking about when you say fruits. 'Cause somebody said something about 12 guys unloading in a circle.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They were gangbanging.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
They were a gang.
Oh my gosh.
They are. They really
They
are.
are.
And they
They are.
will
Touche.
protect to the end.
Touche.
I mean, yeah, they will.
Yeah.
But I heard an interesting take though on just the psychology behind the police. Now, just for the record, we're not anti-police here. We're just speaking on what we experience and what we see. It's just from individuals I know who are in the police force and have said it that in regards to like a way to fix what we see in terms of police and neighborhood interaction is the fact that we don't have enough cops coming from these specific neighborhoods or cities coming out of them. So if, say for example, I'm a white individual and I'm a police officer in a predominantly black neighborhood that I have no familiarity with, wasn't born, raised in, don't know any of these people, I'm automatically going in with a mindset of me versus them, as opposed to the mindset of serve and protect. Now, if I'm coming straight out of that neighborhood, that's where I grew up, that's where I was raised. It's the serve and protect mentality is a whole different one because I understand exactly.
This
what
is
I'm
my
faced
community.
with. Yeah,
you
The
know
only issue with that is that these communities that we're speaking about, when you're thinking about the rougher communities in California, let's say like a Compton or a Watts or anywhere as a rural community, the problem is that we've seen how our family got treated by the police and we've seen things on the news, so we no longer want to be police officers. Yep. So we don't want to join.
Oh no, I get it.
So the issue is when you got somebody coming from, I'm a police officer and I live in Orange County, but I work in Watts, right?
Yeah.
You didn't grow up in Watts.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody's rushing to be a police officer in Watts because of the fact that we see how the police treat the community out there. And that's the problem. The problem is with how people are treated out there. So,
And even the ones who become cops from the neighborhood tend to be the ones who want to do something crazy anyway. Like they're either it's always two things. They want to protect and serve the community because they know how it runs, or they want to be in the community and make it worse by enforcing their own law, and try to shape it to what they want.
Training day, basically.
Basically, literally.
fantastic movie, by the way.
One of his best. One of Denzel's best.
Too bad that had to be the first one we won an Academy Award for. God.
Yee. Well, black man, gotta get how he live.
Another one for Caesar.
So that wraps it up on this one, episode 2. If you got any questions, comments, arguments, please email us at the info@craftfactory.org, or visit our website, craftfactory.org, and keep us in your prayers. We head into New York Friday. We are finishing up the tour, and then we are back with some more content. So this is For the Culture. This is Cecil. We got Osahan.
Yep.
Got Calvin with the Yeezys. And we got artificial intelligence, known as Mike.
R.I.P. Betty White. She ain't dead yet.
We just want to protect her. We just want to throw that out there real quick.
Y'all ain't right.
Man, we signing out. We're signing out. Peace out, y'all.
We want to thank you for tuning in to the latest episode of For the Culture podcast. Be on the lookout for the next episode, but until then, hit us up with questions at fortheculturepodcast247@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on thecraftfactory.org for more.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.